Well, many of them actually got Pulitzer Prizes for their reporting. I want to ask you about Robert Mueller, because these items that were declassified clearly indicate that the FBI knew that the dossier was fake, that the dossier was hearsay and bar talk. How come Mueller didn't unearth these things? I mean, let's watch Robert Mueller when he testified in front of Congress to listen to what he said about things like Fusion GPS. Roll the clip.
When you talk about the firm that produced the Steele reporting, the name of the firm that produced that was Fusion GPS. Is that correct?
I'm not familiar with that.
Let me just help you. It was. It's not a trick question or anything. It was Fusion GPS.
I'm not familiar with it. You have unearthed all of these things, Lindsey Graham declassifying the evidence that the FBI knew the dossier was garbage, and he had no recollection? I don't understand. Where was Mueller in all of this, Congressman?
Well, look, I think the question is does Mueller know where Mueller is? Okay, this was somebody who was put up as an avatar to give credibility to this investigation that was phony from the beginning. Okay, so I'm not talking about just in 2016. I'm talking about the day that Mueller walks in the door. I'm not sure he knows what the hell's going on. And clearly, a couple of years later, when he testifies before Congress, to not know who Fusion GPS is was astounding. And you know, look, the Democratic Party, it's very odd for a party that seems to be, against white people and always talking about racism. They sure like to prop up these avatar old white dudes. Where they have one run for president right now who's hiding in his basement who won't answer questions. What was his involvement? Their presidential candidate, supposedly went after and was the one who concocted this idea to use the Logan Act to investigate the Trump campaign and the incoming president, by the way.
Well, you've made 14 criminal referrals with a 15th pending. We are waiting on John Durham to investigate that. We're going to hear more from John Durham soon, I assume. Let me move on real quick about the technology CEOs testifying, not in front of your committee, but they're going to be testifying this week in the House in front of the Judiciary Committee. You have said conservative